This is our special Collectors of Comic Books XMas special. Why is it a Collectors of Comics XMas special? Because today is the first day of San Diego Comic Con and the premiere of Deadpool and Wolverine. So it's just like Christmas. And here at Collectors Confessions, we are going to look at, as we do every week on our live, all of the comic books we bought for the week. Here it is. It's a lot this week. Let's throw away the bag. We also have something that we got in the mail we'll look at the end. So without further ado, let's look at what we bought this week. Like I said, it's a big pile. Void Rivals number 11. Robert Kirkman continues to build this what's the word I'm looking for? Multi-character. It's a combination of G.I. Joe and Transformers, and we'll probably end up bringing other stuff in there. It has been very good. Scarlet and Destro comes out, so there's a bunch of new stuff coming out too. Comic Plug, thanks for joining. Yes, there's a bunch of things. There's no Flash stuff, so I got lucky. I don't have to worry about Flash stuff. There's a couple of variant covers that I'm looking at. There's an X-Men 140 and 141, The Days of Future Past. They have that. There's a couple of prints. There's a really cool Arthur Adams print. We put up a short that has some of the Deadpool and Wolverine stuff in there, and we also put up another short this week that has the coolest figures. My daughter really wants this Monster High kind of speedster crossover that we've never seen before. So a lot of cool stuff there. We've never been. We go to New York every year, but we've never been to San Diego. Hopefully one of these days we will. Friend of the show, Tony Fleeks, Local Man number 12 continues. It's a great series. News came out about this. It's actually going to, I think, issue 13, and then it's going to jump to issue 25, and it's going to be in the future. It's something different that they're doing, a little bit strange. Tony Fleeks' other great thing, it's actually Tony Fleeks' birthday yesterday. He has 4 comics coming out. He'll be at New York Comic Con. This is Feral number 5, Tony Fleeks and Trish Fernstern. We're trying to get her on the show. She's a little reluctant, but hopefully we break it down. Creature from the Black Lagoon. This has been fantastic. Some really cool variant covers there too I'm looking at. I missed the Francis Manipul for number 2. I have to go and get it. But this has been really, it's more like a mystery in terms of not just a pure monster movie. This has been good. Tony Fleeks has another comic out. Army of Darkness Forever number 10. Fleeks had a big week, birthday week, San Diego Comic Con. That's why it's Comic Collectors Christmas. So much going on. Here are all of our indie comics for the week. It's a big one for them. 5 indie comics, and all of them have been fantastic. Now let's look at our DC comics for the week. Absolute Power continues. Absolute Power Origins number 1. The cover looks like a picture. I'm still not sure if it is or not. If it's art or if it's an actual photo, I really can't tell. If it's art, it's fantastic. If it's a picture, I love when they do this. They very rarely do this. There's an old Spider-Man cover that I remember that they did on. It still sticks out to me. Absolute Power Task Force 7, number 2. I haven't started reading this yet. I want to get a little bit deeper into comics. I can read like 4 or 5 at a time. Another friend of the show, actually 2 friends of the show, Mark Russell, Mike Allred, Batman Dark Age continues. This has been fantastic. One of my favorite titles. If you haven't check out Mark Russell and Mike Allred's interview. They talk about this and what they're actually probably doing next with it. Detective Comics 1087. Ram V is writing this. It's been enjoyable. This current arc, which is Crescendo, has been good. I'm enjoying Detective. I like the art by Raphael. I like the stories by Van Rim. Really good. And of course, what's my favorite comic book? If you've been watching, you know, The Flash. This is Flash number 11, cover number 1, cover number 2. I get all of the Flash variants. It's the only title I get all of the variant covers. Number 3. And finally, my favorite, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez's variant covers. These have been fantastic. I'm trying to get every one of them. So far I have, because there's a Green Lantern one too this week. Green Lantern number 14, which is an absolute power crossover. And another great Jose Luis Garcia Lopez variant cover. Look how awesome these things are. Bring me back to 1982. Power Girl number 11. Been a good story. I think this is a new storyline. Haven't read it. I'm about an issue or two behind. Can't wait to catch up on it. I'm a little bit been busy editing. If you haven't, check out yesterday's video. We did a whole video on Mego. Run of Flash has been okay. Not great. It's okay. It's okay. I love the Flash, so I'm biased, so it's hard to ask me that question, but it's been okay. Zatanna Part 2. I haven't read Part 1 yet. This is in my pile right now to read like in the next day or so. It's Black Label, which means it's more adult. Well, let's see if it is or not. There you go. That's it for DC this week. Not many. Not a lot of DC. Probably more than Marvel, though. And Marvel, let's go. Marvel, big week for Marvel, right? Deadpool and Wolverine. Anybody see it yet? I got my tickets for tomorrow night, going at like 9:05 with my whole entire family. Would have loved to be able to see it in 4D, but they closed a 4D theater around us. Deadpool and Wolverine, Wade Wilson 3, number 3. Joe Kelly's writing it. It's been entertaining. If you're not reading it, I highly recommend it. They do a lot of this in it, which kind of throws me off when I'm reading it, but cool. Marvel Zero is a bunch of new artists and writers, right? And this is a Blood Hunt tie-in, I think there is in here. That's why I had to buy it, because it has to do with Blood Hunt. So I'll probably read this tomorrow. Newest title, NYX. It's the X-Men in New York. Jason Lansing and Colin Kelly are writing it. Have no idea what it's about, but looking forward to it. Hopefully it has a big presence at New York Comic Con, which we go to every year. If you're at San Diego Comic Con, please leave a comment on what you're picking up. I'd love to see some. collectorsconfession@gmail.com. Send us pictures of what you bought. I'd love to see some of the stuff. Blood Hunt continues. Wolverine Blood Hunt number 4. This is concluding soon. It's getting to the end. They're battling Blade and things are starting to wrap up. Strange Academy number 3. Another Blood Hunt tie-in. That's taking over everything. Guys, also remember that we're doing a giveaway. So if you comment on here, you get entered in the giveaway. It's going to be for like the next 3 weeks. We're going to look at who commented on the live shows for next 3 weeks, and we're going to give them a stack of comics. Comics Plug won it last month. He got a stack of comics because he's always on here commenting. Moon Knight number 7, also a Vengeance of Moonlight number 7, also a Blood Hunt tie-in. This has been pretty good. Moon Knight's actually dead, and there's another person who's being Moon Knight, so it's been cool. And our last thing, Ultimate Black Panther number 6. I have not read the Ultimates yet, so I really don't know what's going on. I plan on reading them all together. That's funny. It's like an old Hostess ad making fun of it. Also, we have a package that we got this week. I think I know. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, it's this. I got this digital thing from McFarlane, right? Is it McFarlane Digital? Yeah. I don't know what that actually means, but I went for this one, not the autograph one. The autograph one was much more expensive. I actually opened these and put them out, so there you go. That's what we bought this week. But before we go, I just want to say one thing. We had a rough week here at Collectors Confessions. If you've been watching us long enough, then you know in a number of episodes our mascot of sorts, my dog Reggie, has been in a couple episodes. He, sometimes he'd bump into the camera because he was blind and deaf, or sometimes he would bark. You'd hear barking in the background. He was 16 years old, and we had to put him down this week, which was, tough for me and my whole entire family. But if you look back, you'll see a couple episodes where he's in. We called him Super Dog, and he was our mascot. So, not the easiest of weeks, but we have San Diego Comic-Con, we have Deadpool and Wolverine, and we have comics, which takes our mind off of the problems that we all have. One of the main reasons why I collect comic books is to forget about the real world. Thanks for watching. Love what you collect. Collect what you love. Glad you guys join us each week. We will be back here next week at 6 o'clock. I think it's a really small week, so I'll have to find some other stuff to talk to. Thanks for watching. We will definitely see you next week. Again, if you're at San Diego Comic Con, please, please, please send us an email what you got. Thanks, Comic Plug. Yeah, it was his time. We'll see you next week. Take care.